have to take away myself. Me have to take away myself. Me have to hide like a thief in the night. Me have to get out of sight. Me have to take away myself. Have to take away myself. I have to utilize my wings. Surely I clean where I is. I said, yeah, I find you very hard to resist. But this relationship I'm gonna desist. But how can I face you when all I wanna do is just taste you? I know you think I play me, I play you, but soon you're gonna see the light of day. Just relax, don't move an inch. I'll be gone in a pinch. May I feel take away myself. May I feel take away myself. May I feel hide like a thief in the night. May I feel get out of sight. May I feel take away myself. Take away myself. I have to utilize I will. Surely I a clean pair of heels. I say, been there, done that, don't need it again, yeah. I'm not a masochist who won't play your game, yeah. To all you move, you off me way to the core. Sayonara, the hot girl gone through the door. Take away ourselves. Ah, Stay back on the body, girl, let me take me ourselves. Take me ourselves. Back on the body, girl, let me take me
Greetings, greetings, kings and queens. Welcome, welcome to another Real Stuff podcast. And today, yes, it's episode 71. I'm going to start giving you the countdown to our 100 podcast, which is coming up a couple months from now. I want to thank all my listeners, viewers yesterday who participated in our St. Annie's, we call it digital reunion. So I want to thank also the members of the St. Annie's 1977 football team. Today we have another show, and it's about St. Annie's. And today, members from the St. Annie's Marching Band and also from the Dynamic Saints Youth Club will be joining me along with Flavius. This morning, Flavius will be coming to us live and direct in the beautiful town of Onoto Bay, St. Mary. And that's where he's going to give us the Did You Know? A new concept, but it will be good, I guarantee you. And for those of you who didn't get to watch yesterday's show, you can go online. It's available on our YouTube channel. So go on YouTube, and then you can just type in Reggae Nostalgia dash the Real Stuff podcast, and it will come up on YouTube. And then you can subscribe as well. That would be nice. Do your subscription, share, and like it as well, and click the bell so whenever we are on live, you will get a notification as well. So make sure you do that, because you will be helping us as well. So we're going to go into some music right now. I'm going to give you a song. I love this song so much, and it's from one of my favorite artists, and it's none other than Miss Audrey Hall. You too, you know it as well. So sing along, dance, enjoy it, because time like this we have to enjoy life, and we have to be positive in everything that we do. Yes, yes, indeed. We have with us this morning none other than the man himself, Flavius. Morning, Flavius.
Morning, Franco. Good morning.
Talk to me, talk to me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not.
I know.
Yeah.
That's good, man. That's good. That is good. We know your signal is going to be in and out. Can you hear me? Let's catch you back.
On the rain.
Yeah, so your signal is going to be in and out.
Well, it should be all right.
No, you're not coming in strong enough. But go ahead, make we hear what you have this morning.
Let me just go outside a bit.
Yeah, that would be good.
Okay.
Ooh, you got a lot of breeze to it.
Vehicle on the road, man.
Yeah, the noise gonna kill us. So anyway, let me hear what you have.
I'm trying to get off the road a bit more.
Mm-hmm.
In an area where the traffic is not a lot, you know.
All right.
Into a plaza.
Okay.
Just give me a minute or so.
Mm-hmm.
But when we look at it, we have been looking at different things at the stadium.
Mm-hmm.
One critical things we need to look at. We're going to be too short. What age can somebody get a driver's license in the Caribbean?
Mm-hmm.
And of course, it varies from island.
Okay.
But the 18 seems to be the one that is more.
Mm-hmm.
So from about 16 to 18.
Okay.
And some of them you have to learn as license.
Mm-hmm.
Or 16 you have to be prepared.
Mm-hmm.
18 is the age.
Okay.
Now, if you are coming from outside and you are coming from a district allows are early and you have a driver's license, they will accept driver's license.
Okay.
Irrespective of district. As long as you have a driver's license, then and even if that age is allowed in where you're coming from, you should have a problem.
Okay.
The next thing we're going to look at. One moment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the next thing we're going to look at is very important because a lot of people come to countries where you drive on the ride. What obtains in the Caribbean?
Mm-hmm.
And I have looked at it. Some is that the countries in the Caribbean normally take that decision from the so-called mother country or the colonial country that, were in charge the earth days. So you find that all of the English countries, most of them anyway, would drive on like in England.
Mm-hmm.
And the other European countries, people drive on the right.
Mm-hmm.
And like what happens in those countries.
Mm-hmm.
Like France, so Saint Martin and Guadeloupe, Saint Martin, those will drive on the right. And the Barbados and Jamaica, St. Vincent, and all these English-speaking countries will drive on the left.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that don't fall in that line though, which is very strange, is the United States Virgin Islands.
Mm-hmm.
Normally they would take to what happens in the United States and drive on the right, but they don't. They drive on the left.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the only exception I've seen, that they drive on the left, just like the English type people. Puerto Rico also drives on the right, just like America. Cuba, just like Spain, So you have to find out as you arrive wherever you go.
When you say just like Spain, which side Spain drive on?
The right.
Okay, but you said just like Spain, so want them for no
Yeah.
say it's the right.
Yeah, Cuba drives on the right.
Okay.
So the countries like from the European thing, like Saint Martin, the Dutch countries, the French countries, Spanish countries, all of them will drive on the right.
Okay.
And the English-based countries, all of them drive on the left.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, the only exception is for the U.S. Virgin Islands, which normally would expect to drive on the right like the U.S., but they have to drive on the left.
Mm-hmm.
Puerto Rico also drive on the right, just like the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
They are U.S. and they are also Spanish. So it goes. There's a kind of rule of thumb that some people use, which to me is not very reliable, but it works in most cases. Them say the passenger should always be to the curb.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem with that is that some countries allow cars that don't fit. Like in Jamaica, you will see left-hand drive cars.
Mm-hmm.
And normally you should actually have, all the cars should really be right-hand drive cars.
Mm-hmm.
Since we drive left, so the passenger is always on the curb.
Mm-hmm.
That means the driver is closer to the midline and can see the whole road.
Yeah.
With the left-hand drive cars now in a left-hand country, then the driver is way over to the curve and can't see the entire road and can't see the cars overtaking and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But some countries allow that to happen.
Okay.
Mostly when people import their own vehicle from different places.
Mm-hmm.
But like for rent-a-car companies, they would normally stick to the rule, and wherever you go, you can use that rule.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it basically for this morning, as far as I did, I think they're very important. 2 small points, but they're very important, I think.
So, with the driver's license part, for international, for persons coming from Europe and North America, their driver's license are allowed to drive in Jamaica, right?
Yeah, and Jamaican when they travel also.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have any doubt at all, you can obtain a international driver's license.
Mm-hmm.
That if you have a driver's license, you can just go to the licensing authority, and they will provide an international license for you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't know about in recent times, but I know at one time it was just a formality.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to do any more tests or anything like that.
Yeah.
And they give it to you, and you can produce it, and each country accepts that.
Mm-hmm. That's fair. So
But in general, every country accepts any driver's license that you have, as long as it's has a photo on it, a photo of you on it.
Mm-hmm.
First time I used to have driver license without photos. I don't know if they still do, but nobody will accept that now.
Yeah. No, you have to have a
You have to
photo
have
now. You have to have a photo now.
photo on there, yeah. And it tells you age and everything.
Yeah, they want to see the
So long
the
you're
John.
driving and all. Yeah. And it can be used in most places as a form of ID. Yeah.
Definitely. So what is it like this morning in Anatomy? Today's Friday. What is it like in Anatomy this morning on the road?
Very, very slow right now, I guess, because the morning started off with rain. But on a Friday, it's very busy in Anatomy, and I'm expecting in the next hour or so, it will, it will pick up quite a lot. In the market, and the market is mostly pure vendors.
Okay.
It hasn't come out yet. But it's a long day. Everybody going to be out.
People don't sleep overnight no more in markets, right?
Of course they do.
Okay. Because on a day like today, a Friday, I would figure the marketplace would be busy as
Yeah, man. The market vendors have set up from early this morning or from last.
Oh, but the rain.
Most of them would have been here from last night.
Okay.
And what you have to understand again is that people don't go to market. Well, vendors don't necessarily go to market close to where they live. I don't have to be a market. I buy from a lady who comes from Trelawney, so a young lady.
Okay.
She come for the weekend. So they have to get some form of accommodation. Some of them just sleep in the market. And a lady a number of them come from St. Catherine morning. They are from all over.
At this time of the year, what yam is there any season yam now? This time of the year, what yam would be a season yam?
Afu yam.
Afu yam. Okay.
Yeah, it's around the place now. Yeah.
It's been a while. I haven't heard that yam name. Afu yam.
Yeah. Afu yam. Yam is
I used to love the soft yam and the pum pum yam and.
Pum pum is afu yam. You know that?
Well, just tell me, say pum pum yam, man.
Pum pum is up now, but pum pum cannot be different. It looks shapes different.
But hold on. They sell Vince yam. And
that is what they call soft yam.
Yeah, and the renter, them have that look-alike to similarity to as well.
Yeah, they look alike. They look like each other. Yeah.
Yeah.
And those soft one, those you peel and put in the pot and 2 minutes to cook.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I used to get mixed up with those two yams when my mom said me go buy yam.
After yam now, when you bite it does go on your throat. You have to be careful, After yam is tough and dusty and nice.
So what's the best meal for put that in? Soup or just regular food?
Regular food, soup, salads, anything.
Because I always like them tough yam there in a soup,
Yeah, man. You can't really put the soft yam in soup because
it mash out.
Them just boil out.
Yeah, it mash out.
And you have very thick soup.
Unless you're going for a thick soup,
Yeah.
Yeah, unless you're going for a thick soup.
Cook up the soft yam with some mackerel and some banana. And I mean, that's a big meal. Saltfish and tomato or something like that.
Yeah. So a lot of taxi drivers out this morning.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Minibus drivers going from.
Friday is the business day. Everybody is doing something. The banks are full, and
What about
right now? We're at a supermarket, and it don't look like anybody in there at all because people taking the time to come out. And of course, that some people are back to work, so
yeah.
That is why the morning is so slow.
What about the people? Are they wearing masks?
I'm looking at some here right now that wearing masks. Some wearing masks, some not wearing masks. It's a mix.
And the social distancing, how is it?
Well, to some extent. To some extent. I don't know how much you can. I mean, well, put it this way: people are not necessarily congregating, but they're walking. You know, people walking.
Yeah.
You know, like the banks now, they only let in a certain amount of people, and you have to do your temperature check, and you have to sanitize, and you have to have a pass before you can go in.
I guess all them guys who love stand on the corner, them get a blow now, right? They have to stand 6 feet apart.
In fact, I saw something this morning, a lady come to the bank and just saying to the guard, "But I need the money now, but I don't have no mask." But she never really asked him to let her in. She did something even better.
What she did?
She gave him the bank card. I asked him to draw the money for her. I don't know if she know him or what.
She must know him, man.
Yeah, gave him her PIN, and he took the money out and gave it to her. Probably she just trust because he's a bank worker, you know.
Well, you know what the bank should do now? Get some mask, disposable mask, and make sure that if somebody come and don't have one, you can provide one for them.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, that's the best move. That's the best.
That's it. Yeah, man, that's pretty good.
Well, you sound clear, crystal clear. This sound better than when you're in the house, man.
Yeah, well, it should. I'm right outside. Not that far away from me. I mean, it's far enough, but...
So you see the internet is stronger out on the road than inside your house because you are way up on the hill.
Yeah.
But in time to come, man, you will find the real...
No, things have to change.
Device, yeah, you'll find the device or them change up things. But I know you can get some devices that can give you a stronger internet feed inside the house.
A good service here, but I mean, this is not to be. This is a major town. You know.
So we should do the show from there more regularly, man.
Oh yeah, we can do that.
Find a space that you know nobody will interrupt you.
I have a space. I just want a seat. I have a nice seat in the pharmacy, you know, but.
The only thing you would need is a headphone. That's the only thing you would need, a headphone.
Yeah.
Because it would reduce the noise a little bit. I would say reduce the noise about 60%. So when you're on speaker, you get everything.
Yeah, I have a headphone. Yeah.
That's what you must use, because when you're on the speaker...
Yeah, that really headphone is one of those, you know, those little buds you put in the ears? Not really a good headphone.
The speaker...
But I must try it.
Yeah, man.
I must try it.
Try it. Because the speaker phone is like a condenser mic. It pick up everything around.
Yeah, man, pick up everything. But sometimes you want to pick up things around you. Yeah.
No, man, that side of it is good. So our listeners can have an idea and just visualize. Wow. Because I know we have listeners from all over North America and Europe listening as well, and that would be a good effect for them to hear,
of course,
the sound in the background. Even if I like when I'm talking on the phone with friends and them hear birds in my area whistling.
Oh yeah.
And if a Frank was that bird, and I say, yeah, wow, that sound good. And I said, no, the headphone too strong. Can you pick up everything? Yeah. If I should pass gas, you'd have probably hear.
Yeah.
So,
good thing, man.
Yeah, but I like the sound this morning, crystal clear. So you're gonna stay with us, or you're gonna go shopping and come back?
No, well, I'm going to the supermarket now. I'm almost done everything. Like I went to the pharmacy and got my drugs already.
Okay.
My market stuff is being packed up now.
You make me laugh. Here you say just go to the pharmacy and get your drugs already.
Yes.
But I said, wow, my beef upon him drugs, man.
Yeah, man. I hear you American people call it a different name now.
That's a medication.
Yeah, meds, man, meds.
Yeah, just get your meds, man, your medication. Yes, blind, I get my drugs, you know. American, some people here talk about here. What type of drugs, man?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my
You know,
gosh.
meds.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right,
Hmm?
I'm going to cut out now for a few minutes.
Yeah,
I'll call you back.
I'm gonna link up with yeah, with Flavia, with Felton,
Yes,
Earl, and Anthony, and then you
yeah,
can call me when you finish
yeah,
before your ride come and participate in the conversation.
yeah. Yeah.
All right, so be safe out there, man.
Okay,
All
yeah,
right,
man,
well, yeah, man.
I'll be good.
All right, then be safe. That was Flavius in Another Bay, St. Mary, Jamaica, doing Did You Know? And this morning it was about driving on different side of the road based on the country that you're from, and as well as driver's license, how you get a driver's license, or how you drive the driver's license that you use in your country, it can use in other countries as well. So a lot of information. So if you want to hear more of this show, make sure you subscribe, like and share, and click the bell, which is the notification bell. And whenever we are live, you will pick us up. Because we do it Monday to Friday, live and direct. Getting ready to link up with Felton, Earl Dawkins, and Anthony Marriott. St. Annie's Parish, St. Annie's Church Parish. That's what it is, St. Annie's Church Parish. My apology. Yes, yes, my people. You know, this morning we are from members of the St. Annie's Band, members also from Dynamic Saints Football or Dynamic Saints Club. The President Earl Dawkins, along with Felton Enriquez and Miss Carol Albert. So let me get right into business this morning. Welcome, welcome to the Real Stuff Podcast, people. Let me greet you all, you know. One love, Dynamic St. Annie's for life. All right, so let me start because we're supposed to be linking up with Anthony Marriott as well. So we're going to give him some time. Maybe he's on his way to work. So we're going to give him some time to get settled. And then I can try him again. So who want to go first? Felton, let me start with you.
Yes, Francis.
So is everything, man?
Very good so far. How are you doing?
I'm good, I'm good. How's the family as well?
Family's good, and I wish to say good morning to all your listeners, and hope they are making it safe, because I hear about the pandemic a lot in the USA.
Especially Florida, man. Yeah, Florida, Arizona, California, Texas. Those are where the big numbers are coming from, you know?
That's it, yeah.
So right now, I have to turn on my yard, you know? Can't venture out too much. So we're going to talk about St. Annie's March. As a matter of fact, let us introduce the people who are there with you as well, Earl and Miss Carol.
Yeah, good morning, Francis, to you and your listeners.
Yeah, man, morning.
Yeah, man, I was glad for the invitation.
Absolutely.
You know, to reach out to your listeners. And, yeah, we are ready to talk. And the youth club, I think, Carol.
Yes, good morning to all the listeners. I'm Carol Albert, and I'm happy to be on the show today, this morning.
Thank you for being here as well. So we know now that the band is in operation, and Earl, the youth group is about to start back up, right? The youth club.
Well, we're trying to do some of the same thing that we used to do. You have Coffee still doing lettercraft. You have some of the youths into construction.
Oh, good.
So, you know, West Kingston run already. Whatever we can do for a creative and productive thing, we try to do. Right? And you are one of the persons. I want to link, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Still talk about you and your football.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Glad for you.
Yeah, man. So we try to, you know, some of us now are big people, but we still have some youth within the West Kingston community that we try to work with a trade. I said coffee, one of the marshal, you know, into lettercraft, and he has been doing it for all these years.
Okay. That's good. So, so for instance, once the youth club is in full force, where is the meeting going to be kept?
In the center, as usual. We still have a center.
Oh, so the center is still available.
The center is still available. Not 100% like our time, because we have schools in there now. We have like trade school in there. Yeah. Like the art program. So quite a lot of kids go into that program now in the school.
Okay. So the auditorium is occupied then? The auditorium where we usually keep meeting, that is occupied?
Yeah, that is occupied.
Yeah, but you know, we have a room there them can use. And right at this time, they're still having football inside the center.
Still a play on the concrete stadium, huh? The concrete
They
turf.
play on the concrete stadium, that's right.
Yeah, man, the good. Yeah, Stone mentioned it yesterday. So, you know, one of the good thing about St. Anne's youths, them, a concrete stadium we have. And yet still we
Yeah,
produce
man.
some of the best footballers in West Kingston. That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
You know, somebody asked me yesterday about the marching band, if some of the old members like Trevor and who else somebody asked me about? I can't remember. If Trevor was one of the names they called, because I know it's not Kid, because Kid is already in the US. If these members are coming back to give their time and support as well.
Yes, all of them come around and give support, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Trevor is still around. Trevor mainly now is a cameraman.
Yeah.
Because of his work, in the camera work, so I'm around the island.
Him capture the scenes of everything now.
Yes, and capture the scenes most of the time.
That's
yes.
good, man. That's good.
And if you look, we'll be putting up pictures on our website, right? www.santannesband.org.
Yeah.
Yes, and we have those on the website.
I took off some off of the website as well, so they're flashing on the screen as we talk.
Okay.
I mean, all of these band pictures, the old ones and then the new ones. I see some faces in this, because I know there's the uniforms them over the years. We know it changed from the regular blue and yellow to like a burgundy and gold.
Right.
But
so we're back to blue and gold now.
Oh, back to blue and gold. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the lucky color, you know, the blue and the gold. When you guys won the gold medal, you guys were wearing the blue and gold.
Burgundy.
It was burgundy?
No.
When we won the gold?
Yeah, we don't want to go to the burgundy. Yeah.
Oh, there was a burgundy. Been a while, so can't visualize everything at once. I just remember where I can't remember sometimes. So, Fenton, now, the marching band right now, how many members you have?
At this time, we have 45 members. And a lot more, we could get a lot more kids, but we're short of instruments. Yeah, so we have about 18 girls that carry the flag. No, 16 girls that carry the flag, and about 4 girls that play instruments.
Whoa, that's good.
2 girls play drums, 2 girls play trumpet. Oh, sorry. We have another girl too. Sorry. We have one more girl who plays the saxophone. Not the saxophone, the trombone.
Okay, so wait, we don't have sax now?
No, we have trombone.
So you're planning to bring in like a saxophone line?
Not at this moment, not a saxophone line, but we're bringing in a trombone line and a French horn line. So as soon as we get those French horns, we're gonna get 4 more kids. Okay. And the kids that start between the age of 9 years old and 12 years old.
9 to 12.
9 to 12, yes.
Yeah, that's not bad. You know.
We're trying to grow them up. As I say, grow up a child in the way he should grow. That when they are old, they'll not depart from it. Yeah, so we're trying to grow them up in that manner.
Some of them will believe in school. We're trying to retain them.
Yeah, so we're trying to keep them growing in the band. They're not going to stop when they leave the primary school. They're going to keep going even though they go to high school. They'll still be coming back.
Okay. So with the band now active again, most of the members are, I assume, is from the community.
Yes, they are from the community. From the St. Anne's Parish. Those are the people who we're looking at. All the way. Whether they're Catholic or not,
One staff from the parish area, which consists of Denham Town, Hannah Town, Jonestown, Trenchtown, Rosetown, Fletcher's Land. But all of that area to cover. So any kids within that area. And the schools basically is St. Anne's Primary, Denham Town, Shetwola Park, and Kingston Senior and Central Branch.
You cover off a wide area.
Yeah, man, cover a wide area. So any one of the kids within that area can come and,
Okay. I'm getting a feedback. Anyone of you have your phone up?
Yeah, just turn it off. Sorry.
yes, sir.
Yeah, turn it down. No,
Yeah, man.
one of the things that I really did love about the band is when you guys embrace other people from other community, other faith as well. That was something that it would come in like just like with the altar server, but not as much like the altar server, because we know most of the guys that joined altar server were Catholic, but the band in itself is like the school, people from our walk of life.
Yes, because most of them is not really Catholic, but a lot of them go other churches like City Mission and Seventh-day Adventist Church around Regent Street, and the Church of God Church by Regent Street too. But even though they're not Catholic, we still embrace them. When we have our Catholic service, they come because we play at the church, so they'll come over.
Okay.
And they enjoy themselves at the church too. And all of them like one family. Anywhere we go, they're just one. Whether they go to the Church of God or St. Anne's Church, we party.
City Mission still have a band, right?
They have a little band. Some of the kids from there want to join our one, but we don't want to take them away from City Mission.
I understand. So, Carol.
Yes, sir.
What is your role now?
Okay. I'm training the girls, because I was one of the color guard captains. So having left the band and to see how the band impacted me in a positive way, I realized that, to get these girls involved in the drum corps, it can only be good for them. And so I give my time. I'm a teacher by profession, but I find time to go and work with them because, they need the help and they need the training.
That's good, man. That's good. I really
But the band has really been good to me. So I can't otherwise but be a part of it. Now that Mr. Felton saw it fit to get them reignited and re-energized, we're sure that it can only, have positive effect on the community. Yes.
It's good when past members can come back and give them time.
Yes.
It's absolutely good. Wonderful. Fenton, I know you asked me to save a song for you. I'm still getting a feedback, but I don't know where it's coming from. I'm still getting a feedback. But anyway.
You still getting it now?
Yeah, man. When I talk, I get my voice repeating back.
Oh, well, you sound clear to me here. All right.
Clear. Anyway.
You still have it now?
Yeah.
You want it from a computer?
If it's a computer, it could be. How close you are to the computer?
Very close.
All right. Turn down the volume on that for me.
Meanwhile, I do that.
Yeah.
So I mentioned that on the Feast of St. Anne. So they are gearing up to perform and participate.
Okay.
At the service. So that is the current thing right now for the band.
Oh, they're
That's right.
preparing for the
Yeah,
feast.
the feast of Saint, and that is Sunday coming.
Okay. That's
So
good.
that you know, I try organize that, you know, get them together in terms of uniform
Yes.
and things. You know, they have been in the making for the last what year? Is it about a year?
A year, yes.
Yeah, I've been in the making for a year now. And the virus thing, you know, intervened.
Yeah.
But they start training.
Yeah, the virus is one of our killers.
Yeah.
But the kids still coming.
Okay.
If we could get in touch and we can get married whenever we want.
Oh, that's what he said. We link him whenever.
Yeah, just call me now. Yes, we can call.
All right. So good. All right. Well, we're going to play us. You asked me to save a festival song for you.
Yes, and we can introduce it too.
Yeah, I don't want to introduce it. Yeah.
Yeah, the person in this festival song was a member of St. Anne's band from, he was about 12 years old, 12 to 13 years old. He went to Kingston Senior and then passed a scholarship and went to Tivoli Gardens High School. And was successful as a singer out of the band. I'm really proud of him. He's still with the band, he's still come around, and that's Papa Michigan.
Yes, so it's Papa Michigan with this festival.
Yeah, Papa Michigan. At first, he used to be Michigan and Smiley, but now it's Papa Michigan, and he's doing good, and he has a festival song out there now.
Yeah, so the festival song we're going to play this morning, Jamaica Dance.
That's right, yeah, man.
Second Papa Michigan, everything crisp. You treble the top, the bass a clap, everything legit. Thank Father God, for guide and protect us. In this a festival. Dance to the left in the festival. To the right in the festival. Flop your ones in the festival. What a joy, what a celebration. No, forget about your trouble.
Forget about my trouble.
Say bubble, baby, bubble.
Bubble.
Forget about your trouble.
Forget about my trouble.
Just bubble, baby, bubble. Go and go get your manicure, go and go get your foot shawl. Put on your pretty clothes, now you're here as a one. Fi check your family, fit the celebration. And the first in Jamaica, I la 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 la. Dance to the left in the festival. To the right in the festival. Flop your ones in the festival. What a joy, what a celebration. No, forget about your trouble.
Forget about my trouble.
Say bubble, baby, bubble.
Bubble.
I say forget about your trouble.
Forget about my trouble.
I say bubble, baby, bubble. Festival start 1966 and we do the celebration up a stadium. This 2020 no stadium. Everybody have to watch it on them television. Festival a one even virtual. Everybody keep social distance. Boys and girls listen to your parents. Are you ready now? Come make we dance. Dance to the left in the festival. To the right in the festival. Flop your ones in the festival. What a joy, what a celebration. No, forget about your trouble.
Forget about my trouble.
Say bubble, baby, bubble.
Bubble.
Forget about your trouble.
Forget about my trouble.
Say bubble, baby, bubble. I say move to the left, to the right, and you feel bubble. If you drink rum, nobody get drunk, I want you bubble. Police just putting a gun in at the festival and bubble. If you are rude, why not get yourself up in no trouble? Every mother, father, brother, sister, auntie, and niece. Every mother, father, brother, sister, auntie, and niece. Bubble, you feel bubble to this festival beat. Jump around like your foot on the heat. Move around to the festival beat. Every Jamaican dance, make we dance to the left in the festival. To the right in the festival. Flop your ones in the festival. What a joy, what a celebration. No, forget about your trouble.
Forget about my trouble.
Say bubble, baby, bubble.
Bubble.
Forget about your trouble.
Forget about my trouble.
Say bubble, baby, bubble. I say sickle Papa Michigan, everything crisp. The trouble that top the bass a clap. everything legit. My baby by my side, me say everything lit. Money in my pocket, so you must get the gist. Economy go down, but like a bounce back around. Let me tell you, say Jamaicans are fantastic. To the left, 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 to the right, 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 to the right. Dance to the left in the festival. To the right in the festival. Flop your hands in the festival. What a joy.
Yes, indeed. That's Michigan. Jamaica dance. We have with us on the line Anthony Marriott, another member or another instructor, right, Felton?
Yes, you're right. Instructor of the band.
Marriott, what's going on, man?
Yeah, morning to the panel, all of the guests. Morning, this is Mr. Marriott in Living Colors. All right? And live.
It's been a while, my brother. It's been a while. Yeah. I'm glad for you you're involved with the band, you know?
Yes.
Yeah. So what role are you playing now?
Well, I'm the instructor in the percussion section.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, Felton is also a percussion personnel. So I'm dealing with the bass drum, the side drum.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so far, everything running smoothly?
Yes, you know, a few itches here and there, but, you know.
Mm-hmm. You know, one of the things I saw some pictures. I think you were in that picture as well, but you turned your back because you were talking to the members of the band. And I'm just looking at the kids. I'm saying kids, right, Felton? So don't feel no way. They look so small. They look like primary school children to me. I'm like, damn, these band members so small, man. What's the average?
Yeah, they are primary school kids.
They're from the primary school. Oh.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, punches.
They are from the primary.
They're really small, though. As you said, they look small.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the guys and girls, they wear children. They wear children small.
Oh my God.
for 6'8", you know, and 7'9" closes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the reason why we have to really some of the instruments like with tuba, with tuba and with bass drum.
Mm-hmm.
We have to pick people for that. We have to get a few kids outside that age group.
Yeah,
we can really carry that.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, most of the kids are very small.
So you remember that big drum where Sidney Smith used to, Bertram used to play one time then? Nobody, anyone playing that now?
And it's heavy, I know them first time.
So,
yes.
So that mean no one is using it now then. It's
yeah, man. Somebody, we have to get that play card. That is our main.
Yes, yeah.
Our main thing, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So how the trumpet line now? How is the trumpet line?
You know, well, at this moment, we have a okay trumpet line. We have about 10 trumpets. And we have a friend of ours from Alpha. Yeah. And he's helping us to teach the trumpeters. And the kids are catching on. They are catching on. As I tell you, the COVID they kind of break the practice. But since we start back 2 weeks ago, they're really catching on now. And I wish I could have seen them because on Sunday they'll be marching around. And you know, blowing and marching is something that's really hard, you know. A lot of bands stand up and play, right? And some people march and don't play. But when you march, you play, it's something really hard, and they're catching on to it.
Okay. Somebody, I get a question yesterday. Somebody said to ask you when you come on the program today. The flags, what are the size flags and the type of flags? Because a person said to me that they have some flags still in packages. But they want to know what type of flags and the length of the flags.
All right. The flag, other than the Jamaica flag, which is, Maria could tell us the size of the flag.
All right. Francis, from the online point of view, most of the flags is 36, 60. So it's 3 feet by 5 feet. So that's 36 by 60. What I realized that trying to get them 36 by 48 would be better, but maybe we have to custom it. But if you get it online, it will be more or less 60. What happened with the 60 now? When you give the girls, because most of them is short, when they put up the flag, if they are to do any maneuver with the flag, it's going to be touching the ground, drawing all over the ground.
And that's a no-no.
That's a 60. But if you get like 48, so it will be 36, 48. It could work. And, for the short girl, put on a nice pole, and they can work with that. But so you have to remember that them short, it's not like in our time when we were in the band. Well, that wouldn't be a problem for us. But these kids, them them small and also them short.
Okay.
So we're looking at flags about 36 by 48.
All right. And what type of flags? Because I don't know.
It can be any type. You have some flags that they use. You have indoor flag and you have outdoor flag. The outdoor flag is made from a kind of silk polyester kind of thing. And then you have the indoor one now that is made from a kind of cloth material. That won't go outside, it just stay inside. But the one we can more or less march up and down with is a kind of silk material, silk kind of polyester material.
And it's used outdoor?
It can use outdoor.
Okay.
You see, most of our flags in the early days, and now we're trying to bring back, is like a basic size from like what the United States marching band, college marching band. Yes, so if somebody have a basic size march flag, we can use that. And it's a country flag now. Country flag gets a special. Cause we have the flag twirling with the girls, but we don't do that with the country flags. Like Jamaica flag, US flag, or any of the Caribbean flag. Those flags is we represent those flags, so we have them standing. But like the color, the band color, like blue and gold, or burgundy and gold. Flags like those are solid colors. Those are the flags that we twirl. Okay. So yeah. So if somebody send us a country flag, we still carry because, as you know, we are a United Nation. We're UNESCO. So we Jamaicans are all over. Whether in UK, Jamaica, Barbados, USA. So we carry those flags to show our respect to those countries.
All right. So I'm going to pass the information on.
Yeah, man, that would be good.
Because when we also use,
we're looking at other things because if we know we don't have a full complement of instrument, all those 10 instruments, I must give a big up to Dr. Price. From Egbert Price, right?
Yeah, man, I remember Egbert Price.
Right, and he gave us our first 5 trumpets. We use the silver plated instruments, and he bought us 5 of those. Okay. That's how we really get to 10. And people like Bigger Ford, he was a member of the band too. And I figure everybody know Bigger Ford. And he gave us 2 instrumental. The Blake family gave us a trumpet too. And Glenford Kid, he's in the United States, and you know Kid.
Yeah.
He gave us an instrument, so that brought us up to 10.
Okay.
Yeah, and I must mention too that Carol, our instructor with the band, she's a member of the Blake family too. She was married to Newton before he died.
Oh, okay.
Yes, we still have the Blake family.
Me know Carol dead, man.
You know Carol dead.
If it's the same Carol, that means I know Carol.
Yeah, Newton Blake right before he.
If you touch Newton, that means I know Carol.
Yeah, man. She is like
know her. Yeah, man, I know her.
Yeah. She was like small, younger during your time there. Yeah, man. Yeah, and if people have any kind of donation to send to us, you know, they can send it to like money donation. I know they can send it to you.
Yeah.
And you can get it to us, to the church.
Yeah.
But if we have instruments, they can send it to Food for the Poor. And Food for the Poor get it to us. Because most of our donations that we get, like instrument-wise, we send them to Food for the Poor at 6401 Lions Road, Coconut Creek, Florida.
Lions
and they can send it to 6401 Lions Road. That's in Coconut Creek.
Yeah.
Zip code 33307. 33073. Zip code is 33073.
Okay.
That's in Coconut Creek.
Yeah, Coconut Creek. I got it. And it's Food for the
Poor. Yeah, man. All I have to put on it is St. Anne's. I can put my name, Felton, or they can put Sister Beverly, or just a church name. But most of the instruments will come to, I get a contact that they'd come to the band, St. Anne's band.
And the trumpet, what type of trumpet? With you guys?
Well, it's a basic, what we use is silver trumpet. Three valve silver trumpet.
3 valve.
Okay. You know, over the years we had the 1 valve. Well, we move them up now because we want to really get them in a music to teach the kids music later on. So now they're still playing by here, but in the future, and very near future, we're going to teach them music. As Peter Spirit was saying to you yesterday, that they're planning this music school for the area. So anything we get now would go towards even then help for the music school. Yeah, man. Right now we're really...
Mr. Francis.
Yes, Maria.
All right. You are in where you live again? Kendall?
No, Maya.
In South
Miami
Florida.
Heights. South Miami Heights.
South Miami. You have a band. You have a band your side?
No, I don't have a band this side. A marching band you're referring to?
Yeah. If you have any band,
the only band that I'm pretty much close to, I would say FIU. Southridge used to have a band. I don't know if they still have a band, Southridge but it should be still in existence. So I will check Southridge. What was it you want me to find out?
Because there are times when those bands might change stuff, and if you're close to them, you might just fortunate to be there when they change. So maybe we could be the recipients of those things that they no longer use.
No problem. I'll do that. I'll check them out. I'll be the groundsman, the man on the ground. Forget. No, because I have some friends who I already talked to them about, making donation, and some people now at this time reluctant for going on them pocket and give you the money. So I was telling them, well, buy me the trumpet. It's available on Amazon. And I remember Fenton had told me that, you can purchase it on Amazon. So I wanted to know the exact type. So when I'm passing on the informations now again, I can give them the exact type of trumpet. Silver, 3 valves, and things like that. Well, the flags now, I have to contact the young lady and tell her the size of it.
Right.
So she have a lot of flags, and some of them are conscious flags from other countries as well.
Right. But note though, Francis, if she have if the flag, if it's a regular size flag, she have the 3x6 by 5, no problem. No problem. If she have
I'm gonna
that
take
would be the
all
36.
sizes, whatever size she have, as long as it's in the 3x5 or 3x4.
Yes. Take it. They can take it from her. The material don't really matter. The material is not really a problem.
Okay.
And the next thing I was asking you, do you have a music store inside of Miami there?
A music store?
Like Guitar Center, Samatta, one of them music store. Okay. So maybe if Felton send you a picture, if you WhatsApp you a picture, you could go by the store and get more acquainted with what we're talking about.
With the flags, or?
Well, you is a man around on a town how much years, Francis, and you see the bands. You know the band thing look like. And,
yeah, man, I know the band thing, man. I know the band thing. But just to be precise, send me the picture. Send me the picture.
Yeah.
Francis was a band member, you know.
Yeah.
See that? Yeah, Francis coming. Francis sound like him lose it.
No. Remember, my time with the band was helping you guys out in sports when you go on camping. I was like on a training director, fitness. Actually, Blake took me on a camp with you guys, so I became the fitness director. So that was it.
Okay.
But my time in band was with Mr. Mac when Mr. Mac was in charge.
Yeah. I would like your listeners that St. Anna started from 1961.
Yes.
So next year will be our 60th anniversary.
I know that.
This year November will be our 60th anniversary.
So
and right now, person from that still there.
Yeah.
Me and the Marshalls, Bellimos.
Yeah.
Yes, he's still around. I see him sometimes.
Is he helping out? Is he helping out too?
He's around here. He helps financially.
Okay.
Yeah, like and some of the other guys they help financially.
Yeah.
And what I really want to let your listeners know too, that band is not just something that it make the kids enjoy themselves, but not something that we just have and then it just fade away after a while. I've seen people who pass through the band like yourself, that come out very successful. We talk about, like as I mentioned before, Bigger Ford was attending the police, and we have Michigan, who was we even have this guy, a DJ from, I think it's FM, George Taylor, GT Taylor. He was an actor.
GT Taylor is now a promoter. He's now a promoter.
Promoter now too. And then we have even kids that used to live around there. We have a friend that used to in a Chalice band.
Yeah.
Again? Yeah. And then
he's deceased.
Trevor Roper. Trevor Roper. He was another member of St. Anna's band too. So St. Anna's band can proudly say we have a few people, quite a few people, who make it as in the music world and the acting world. And there's a lot more who make it just by being a better person then. I can say that for myself. That being in the band, it made me think and do things differently. Then I don't know what I would be, but I know what I am now. And I can put part of that. I was half of it to my parents and half of it to the band.
Yeah, man, the band. Yeah,
man.
Well,
back to the...
What are you saying,
for the donation of instrument? For the donation of instrument. To suggest that buying it online, I send it straight to Food for the Poor.
Yeah.
It's a very convenient way. Because you can direct instead of collecting it.
You can give the address or who deliver to Food for the Poor. Give them the name of St. Anne's Church, and it will reach the destination.
Okay.
Yeah, and a couple of people have done it.
So it's in care of St. Anne's Church and not in care of Felton then?
Well, I mean, if you want to put a name,
yeah, we really put like Felton St. Anne's Church.
Right.
You know, because is a Christian organization. And well, right now, they all know me over there. So if instrument come, they'll call me. In care of, you can put like Felton and you can care St. Anne's Church, Food for the Poor. And once Food for the Poor get it, they send it on to us.
And what Food for the Poor does, they used to keep a drum corps, a music school, like in the summer. I don't know. Because of the pandemic, the virus, everything, them have canceled it. But they are into promoting drum corps.
Okay.
From there. So they will do offer any assistance. So to accommodate the thing.
Okay, sounds good. I have a question.
No, I said that is a convenient way to get the Indians to move them. So to the location, well, wherever you are in the USA or even the world for that matter. No, you don't send it straight to when you buy it online.
Oh, you send it straight to there.
Yeah, you get the online people deliver it
to them.
To a Food for the Poor address in Miami.
But gentlemen and lady, Francis.
Yeah.
In the same breath, if you're not getting it online, as Felton would have told her before, and all right, if somebody give you 3 trumpets, you know would have to package it and send it
the Food for the Poor
to the place. The said address that it right. If it's not an online thing, so you're in Miami, and I guess Felton. I don't know how near the address
no,
is.
No, can drive.
So
we can carry it to Coconut Creek. No problem for carry it to Coconut Creek.
Oh, so you're near?
I'm not near, but I can drive.
So if somebody hand you. All right, me pay for your gas. Don't worry about that. So.
Words.
And you package it nicely and drop it.
You know how they package it? Once you bring it to them, they package it. So even if you do package, they repackage it. As food for the poor.
And put it inside of them thing.
Yes,
all right.
They put it and containerize it and set it down in the container.
Okay, that's good.
So,
that's good.
You see, so we understand that we're on the right page then. It's funny, Felton. Oh, you said the band has done so much for us as grown folks. Well, I left the band and went to the army along with Williams. We lived from St. Anne's to the army. And Felton, I hear you say when you do trying to get some music theory done. And that's very good because remember, music is an international language, you know. And I always say that because C# in C# in Germany. So if someone learn the music in Jamaica, no matter where in the world they go, they are able to fit right in. So that would be really a good idea, Francis, you know. Because he's a disc jock. If you leave Miami and you come to Jamaica, you can play music same way, the same setup and the same system.
Yeah, that's true.
You understand? Same thing. Yeah, so once you learn the cup early, you can take it anywhere you want to take it.
Yeah, man, that's true thing. The thing where I'm thinking, because I remember back in our days, the community was vibrant and full of life, especially on the weekends. And reading about things happening in West Kingston. That's the same question I asked Deacon S.P. the other day. So knowing how vibrant the Catholic Church was and how involved St. Anne's Parish was in spreading peace and love. The question I'm asking you, what are your views now as to what is happening in the community?
All right.
That's a Pelton.
And that question, when I came back home, when I went back home to St. Anne's and started the band, the first thing I noticed was the Zozo, the police it's a barrier, a special operation around Western Kingston. But the people was coming back out, the people was getting back vibrant, the people again feel safe. There is going to be liquor crime. Nothing is going to wipe out like, a blackboard and you just erase down the blackboard. Things down, but it's less. But what was happening that there's no social program. After the Zozo leave, they'll be going right back to what they did before because there was no program being set up for the kids or anybody around, the young people, to do. So one of the things that really strikes me with the band now, at least they have the band for some of the young people to be in, and the Dynamic Sales Club back in works, at least in that immediate area at St. Anne's. We're going to have the club and we'll have the band there. And as Peter Esprit was telling you, that we are trying to have a few more programs within the area. So that when Zozo move out, the young people around here will be comfortable and have something to do. Because they are going to be in something. And it's our choice as adults to give them something to do positive. They're going to be either being something positive and something negative. And if somebody doesn't give them something to do positive, there are people out there that is willing to give them something to do negative.
Yeah.
So it's a war, and this is not only Jamaica now. This is the world. You know, it's either they're going to be in a gang. It must be either a good gang or it be a bad gang. But they have to be somewhere. And we are trying to prepare a good place for them. That's our job as St. Anne's Band and St. Anne's Youth Club.
So
yes, and may I just add to that? Because there's also the spin-off, when we get the kids engaged, their parents, their aunts will pass and will help with the discipline, because the other evening when we had practice, a parent or two parents came by and they were saying to a girl, "We must listen, this is a good thing, So they're helping us to reinforce what we are trying to do to get them disciplined, and then by extension they can pass on the discipline in their homes, the parents, the uncles, the aunts, and so we see good things happening for the community center in the near future.
Yes, as I mentioned with Coffee Marshall, that he's still making a living out of the leather craft. From our time. So this is something that we can promote. And the question of construction, and some youth need some tools like construction tool, use tool, shovel, hammer, saw, drills, and things like that. Where we could offer a youth who have some skill or even have some training, are willing to go out there and learn. To take up our work. So alongside the instrument, use tools would be welcome. The same process to Food for the Poor. Because this is something that Food for the Poor support.
Okay.
And we know a lot of youth who, that gravitate towards construction. And but sometimes I'm short of the proper tools. And when them have a tool and them can go out there and a man call them to do a work, and him have the proper tool, he can make a money a fast way.
True.
Legitimate way. As you say, you don't need to get in certain things to make money.
True.
You can make money out of legitimate things, even more than trying to do it any other way.
This question.
So that's one of the program that we are trying to promote.
Yeah. I have this question for you, Earl. Because you remember Dynamic Scenes, how vibrant we were as a youth club. And as Fenton said earlier, when they saw, Zo, whatever it name, when that finished, when that is gone, then you guys have to have things in place to make sure so to recapture the attention of the youths them. And the church alone can't be the main spot. So the youth club now going supposed to be some how we call it, an avenue for come in and pick up some slots. Will the youth club be able to have games, activities like say football, netball, if I even we call it Chinese checker, draft, something to keep them occupied?
Yes, that will be a part of it. And that also is what we really need to. Some people might look at this program and say they are looking for money also for the band. But people things like those books, school, like hardcover books and pens and anything like that can keep the kids' interest. As I say, Chinese checker, ludo board, dominoes, things like that keep their interest until they get older. They move on to something better.
Yeah.
And we are building that ladder from 9-year-old. We're building that ladder going. So when they're 20, they still have another step to step up to 21, 22.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go on, Tony. Marietta.
Mr. Francis.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. You know that they as they would say, the bigger heads would say, the moral fabric of Denham Town, Anna Town, it has been eroded. It's tear up, real bad.
Yeah, we know that.
All right, so look here. While we are at it, trying to get the younger kids in order, I am still looking at a program running concurrently with grown folks. So we're working on, I think, while we work on the kids, we have to find something at the same time for grown folks. So we're trying to tell the kids that there's a better way away from the violence. And at the same time, we have to try and capture that 18, 19, 20. And beyond, I think from a community point and beyond, from a community level, we have to find out what is the best way to capture this age group. There are programs there, but I think they are not widespread enough within this area. But there are programs. There are programs. I have a soldier, he goes from community to community and speaks to the grown folks now. That would be like the 18, 19, 20. So as we try with the kids, the 11, 12, and going over to 13, you see, you're on the two programs working together, So we're working with the small kids, and at the same time, they're working with the mid age.
Yeah.
So that we educate the both groups that they say, well, the old people, them in them way already, them not change again. So we work on the two groups at the same time, and I think when the Zozo move now, everybody would have a different thought on life. They would know that there is a better way out.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, and even opportunities. Because one way I look at it is that St. Anne's has shown a lot of the youth them opportunities that them probably wouldn't think of. Positive opportunities. And like now with this virus thing, it kind of changed the dynamics of how the world are run. Computer now become even more important than it was. The schools them still wonder if them need to be online or offline. Both. So we know that up in your place. People have computers where them have a ditch that we still have used to it. So we could that's the area that we could have try and pass on to it, because right now the fellow who print the logo and the Ganzi for the band is a youth from the area that is advancing
graphics designs.
Yeah, man.
So you need a computer.
No, well, he have him computer, as a matter of fact, he have him shop.
No, well, actually, well, I'm thinking, since you mentioned computers, if you have more than one computers, you can teach a youngsters how for the basic graphics.
Right, exactly.
And that's something I know them gravitate to, because I started out doing graphics design by teaching myself, by just going to the bookstore and the libraries and just read books. And that's how I started out. But it's a good idea. It's a good idea.
These community, as Marriott was saying, you see, and Marriott was saying that for the adults, we need something for the adults. But I usually say, if you take the kids, the adults will follow. Because with the band now, if we get these parents, or some of these parents, I can tell you, don't care much about the kids. But they're coming in slowly. They're coming in slowly. They hear the kid play and they say, that's my kid. And they come, and just by the kids playing alone, we open up a gate to attract the parents. Yeah. I understand some of the parents really after work hustle. You know, a lot of them around here is a single parent. And surprisingly, people talk about single parents and think it's mothers alone. But when I go around Denham town, there's a lot of fathers who have them kids. And they have to go out and work and come back in, come pick up the kids. Even at band meeting. One man must keep his kid there until a certain time when he comes with his bicycle to pick him up.
Man. Praises.
Our program would go from the kids to the parents.
Yeah. You know, one of the things in Marriott suggestion for things to captivate the mind and the attention of the kids and the adults as well. Yeah, and that's where I said dynamic scenes now come in, because the adults, they will come to dynamic scenes if we have all of these things: dominoes, ludi, checkers, Chinese checkers, and even as what Marriott said, there's a soldier that he knows that goes around to different communities, and talk to people. And dynamic scenes is a place, once it is structured and running, this can be done as well. This can be done as well, because the community as I was talking to Deacon S.J, and I was asking him the question, and one of the questions that I asked him, and him say, these things never really left St. Anne's, It's there. The only thing that left St. Anne's was the leadership. You understand me? And for Felton to come back, it show you how good a leader Felton is, that him can start up back, all of these things. So basically, we have to groom the youngsters then, so that after this, we have good leaders to follow into Felton, into Earl, into Marriott, into Carroll footstep. We have to groom more Carrolls, more Earl, more Marriott and more Felton. We have to do that. You understand me? Now you guys just pull me in. When I thought I was out, you pull me back in. you pull me back in. So yes, I definitely.
Yeah, one of the things I think about is like, and again, I refer back to coffee and his products that he makes. Because anything when you make, marketing is the thing where you can sell it. And we can impose on your program some promotion to some extent of things that he makes. He makes everything in a leather product. So what I said to him, I talked to him. I said, if you can get a promotion, maybe your people from your listeners could have an interest how we can line up getting products to them.
Okay.
And think that can be an avenue for sale, for marketing. That would be great. Because even now, with the what you call it, COVID. No, with the graphics. Yeah. Love graphics to do in America, because this guy, all the work in Jamaica, and work for people overseas.
Okay, the graphic designer, okay.
Yeah, the graphic. So like when I do, dance posters, well, dance and everything that kind of cut back, but it's won't up, man. Posters and online graphics. People use that. You have to present whatever you do at a certain level. That people. So some of these skills are in Jamaica. I can mention that it's cheaper in Jamaica than maybe elsewhere.
That's true.
And people that appreciate it even much more.
That's a plus. That's true.
Yeah, when you buy something, a product from somebody in Jamaica, you can say that it is more appreciated because the funds are going to somebody who really need it.
Marriott, are you there with me? Let me get back early.
Yes, I'm here. I'm here.
Let me get back early in the meantime.
Come on.
Let me get him back. What you were saying, Marriott, honestly, is something that I thought about many times. And I think, I'm bringing him back. And I think that we as seniors, who pass through the band altar server dynamic scenes, time for us to give back to the community. And you are doing it, so I have to play my role now. It's time for me to step up to the plate. My time, if I say if I can put on a century or more, and help out as best as I can. Because I see also potential in the community like this, the altar server leader, Anthony Powell, I'm so impressed when I hear the youth talk. And I know that a mind like this.
But how funny, Felton.
Yes.
I don't cut you. Felton, you see, you have moved away our thoughts. I am realizing just now, Francis, talking about the matter. Felton has moved away our thoughts, Francis, from the altar ranks. I just said the leader. We all, I couldn't tell, I don't even know who is in charge of the altar ranks. And I am saying I was a part of the altar ranks, but I don't know, my thought is more to the band side than the altar server side. Maybe I can blame Felton for that.
No, Mario,
I'm
the altar server was on Tuesday now. You know that?
No,
Mario, the altar server was on Tuesday. Ask Francis. Francis had a good talk with him.
Okay. But you capture with brain. You capture with brain, Felton.
Oh yes, is a well constructive youth. You know, he speak eloquently, and trust me, I really admire the way him
Okay.
organize the altar servers. So I'll tell him say must participate more in the community. Him don't necessarily have to join the different groups or organization, but let them see his face. So that pretty soon him build a relationship, more with all of the different groups in the community, in the parish community. So
But what is altar server doing now?
I really can't tell you because all I know is that them just doing what we normally do, serve at the mass and funeral, etc. But some members, I think himself from the altar server, he encouraged them to be a part of the band and also the youth fellowship. But he himself is not a part of the youth fellowship nor the band. But I mentioned to him, visit them.
Yes,
Visit them.
we have 4 members from the band that are altar servers now.
Okay.
So we are interlinked. We are interlinked with them. And as I said, everybody can be everything. But as I said, support. If each group supports each other, they would get a wide cross section like we used to have, Francis. Even choir. Remember, our choir in the 70s and 80s was from a wide cross section of band, altar servers, and the youth fellowship. And we had like about 40 members in the choir. Yes, and that's something that I try to do back again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gentlemen and lady, the vehicle noise that you hear in the background is my co-host with me, right? He's in a not to be this morning, and he was coming there live. So yes, Earl, as you were saying.
Okay. You were talking to
Yes, Francis.
As you were saying.
As I was saying that we still have that interlink. What we don't really have is a lot of young people really in these programs. Because in our time we had like 50 people in the choir.
Yeah.
Now we don't have more than 4 in the choir. And all of those are some of them is altar servers.
Yeah.
And so we're trying to groom them that way, that even band members. Remember in our time, people like Kenneth Francis and all those band members was in choir.
So
we're trying to get that loop going the same way. With altar server band.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tipo was in the choir. Yeah, Earl from the Dynamic Scenes in the choir.
Which Earl? This Earl?
Yeah.
This Earl, right. Yeah, man, we have a historic photograph.
Hey, there's a photograph going around on the screen right now. And in the back, Earl is hidden in the back. They took that picture right at the shrine, And Earl is all the way in the back. The picture is in black and white.
But as my mentioned about the community, I think I should say that I don't know if you're aware, Francis, that I participated in an election in West Kingston.
No.
Wasn't successful.
Enlighten me on that one.
Yeah, man. I run as an MP candidate.
Yeah, for West Kingston.
For West Kingston.
Wow, who you run against?
We never hear that.
Who you run against?
Well,
we never
to tell you the truth, I start out with Bruce Golden, but I end up with Mackenzie.
So, oh my gosh.
But I don't know West Kingston that. But I tell you, it was the nicest election, I think.
Which constituency?
West Kingston, man. West Kingston, man. That would have been nice.
Yeah, it was the nicest.
Hey,
it was the nicest election.
Earl, if you had
one.
I
had opportunity to campaign in Tivoli Garden, as much as people think that it was. Those who come and help me were surprised or the election incident free.
Okay.
Incident free.
Was it tight?
Time?
Yeah,
You mean the result?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I would say, I would say, if I get one more vote, I would
If you get one more vote, you'll win.
No, I mean, you know West Kingston already. It was a winner in his own right.
His own right,
yeah, he's a winner in his own right. Because when you get more than two, you're a winner.
You're a winner.
But you know, that demonstrates the interest of having a West Kingston. And West Kingston kind of have a reputation. You know, a lot of people want to shake it off, but when people brand them, it hard to sometimes shake it off.
I never be afraid when I go anywhere, even in Miami, and I go anywhere and them ask, where you come from? I say, West Kingston. I never tell people, say, I'm from Kingston, Jamaica. I say, West Kingston. And them say, we're in West Kingston.
Okay.
I say, Anatown, Denham Town, Tivoli, you name it. I live in West Kingston.
I'm an uptown boy.
See, because I remember in my days, I used to be a part of the youth fellowship. And I used to go uptown. And it was a pleasure for me going uptown with like Felton, Cody, Rochester, Marcus. Either we go CYM meeting or we go charismatic meeting. Because it's like my time to shine. And a lot of people never believe when I start tell them, say, yes, sir, I attend St. Anne's School. Because they might expect for you some raw patois.
Yes, man.
Yeah. And it surprised them, especially when we are going to eat and set the table, knife and fork and thing. So I use my knife and fork. My mother taught me that from I was 11. Go for you to use knife and fork. Marriott can tell you we used to go camping, man. When altar service
yeah, man, but tell me something. Francis. It was your group that win the trophy from St. Anne's. You were...
Yeah, the football.
Okay,
team.
yeah, man. I with Bionic as a coach.
Bionic coach and Bionic Stone and Pablo.
As a coach.
Yeah, all three of them.
Good.
Okay. But Marriott can tell you, when we used to go camping as altar server, we have to wash our own clothes. And these are things
knife and fork
and we have to eat with knife and fork and lay out and things like that. So it wasn't no biggie for us when we go uptown and go muggle upon them. As some used to love go uptown, go muggle upon them. Yeah, Marriott. We used to know Marriott.
So true. But hold on, Felton, I have one for you. I have one for you, Felton. All right. I am thinking we have the discipline. We have the discipline at St. Anne's Primary. I get a feedback.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, we have the discipline at St. Anne's Primary, right at Bond Street. Okay, so we want to see good come from this. I am thinking now of multiplication. Let me use that word. Why I say multiplication, Felton more or less would know all the Catholic churches within close proximity. I don't think we would go farther than what is the name of the Catholic church in Greenwich Farm? The one on east.
That's our church. Holy name.
Okay. So we're thinking of from Holy Name going all the way back to Benedict.
How about you?
If we strengthen our little group and we spread that system throughout this area, so we'd go St. Claver sometime, we would go over to Benedict, we would go over to with the church up at Red Hills. You have an ex-Catholic church by Red Hills. We have
is it Richards? St. Richards?
And we
Richards?
Yeah, St. Richards.
St. Richards.
Yeah, St. Richards.
But you left out a lot of church in between
moving
there.
Around, right. Right. So we're picking up everybody gradually, you know. So we by moving around, we're spreading what these kids have learned. I'm hoping by moving around, other kids can now see these kids moving around, see how they behave and angle themselves, and would think, well, yeah, you know, I want to be a part of this system. I'm going to get myself enrolled, or, you know. So it would be either altar server who don't have band, or if the band associated them get involved in the band. Because little kids are at places, they don't see any movement on a daily basis. They don't see anything happening. So if we are able now to move around for other kids to see the pattern, everything could fall in place. And I think by then it would be much easier. You understand?
Yeah. Absolutely.
So they would see our little kids coming up, how they move around, and they are so disciplined that they would say, I want to be a part of one of these groups. So we would have the altar server and we would have the band. Because back in the days, remember Francis, we would go service over Greenwich Farm, we go service St. Richard's, we go service Cathedral, sometimes we over Harborview, sometimes we near the stadium, so we move around. So kids get the chance to really see the altar server and say, you know, more and join the group. But everything is so closed in now. So closed in.
Because of what? The violence?
Because we have the violence. So now those are there now, so we have to, you know,
you remember,
somehow push out and try and multiply the thing.
You remember when, I don't know if you was with us that afternoon, 1976, when we went to No Man's Land with Father Caskin, that's the St. Anne's Parish. And we went up there, Felton. I don't know if you were there too, if the band was there, right?
Yeah, man.
And the band and the altar server. And that was how we, you know, people from both sides of the aisle realized that they used to come to St. Anne's Church, and Father Ban was still, was there. So we suck on to Father. I mean, we say, boy, a Father, like what a Father say, you know, such and such. The Father say, I don't know him as that. I know him as John Doe. You know, but for every guy who we know who, you know, we think the Father Caskin would know. Father Caskin say, I don't know him as that name. I know him as John Doe. I know him as Peter this and things like that. And you had kids from both community came and joined the band and altar server. You understand me? So I understand what you're saying. Yeah, right. That would be a good move. You know, because between the band and dynamic scenes, between the band and dynamic scenes, this is how it has to be right now. You have to.
What we do? We really that's really was in our plan, because the kids within the band now, they are kind of locked into Western Kingston, and we're trying to move them out, let them see how the rest of the world, the rest of the island live. The only problem that Mr. COVID decided not to let us do it now, but it's still in the making. And when the band start going on, you know the band already, Francis, that we go far and wide, because it's the band who make me know the whole island. I know every inch of Jamaica because of the band. We played everywhere, at least every Sunday. I remember one year we played every Saturday and Sunday throughout the island.
Yeah.
And that's what I want for these kids. And if they are not, if we are not getting that, then we'll make our own. Like we go out to places, take them out to historic places like Port Royal, Duns River, the Negril, just to let them see our outside still. But that again, you will need help with, because you know everything. Other than the instruments that we say we need financial help with, we need financial help with that too. And even yesterday, a parent come to me and tell me his daughter passed the scholarship, and so well and good, the pastor, Georges and Casey and Immaculate, but the bad part is they have no money to pay for the books.
Whoa.
So that's what I'm looking for. One lady brought up and said she need about 4 or 5 hardcover books for her son, which I am going to try to get some books come down to True for the Poor to help them. And if anybody can help in that state, help in that with the books. But also, we are going to try within ourselves, leaders and instructors, to bring the kids out of the area, let them see Port Antonio, let them see,
Well, you have to tell them, say, the next part of the band, the aim and the objective is to discover Jamaica.
Yeah, that's what they're on.
Discover Jamaica.
That's our objective.
That was something when I went to Altar Server, Marquis said our goal not only to be spiritual but to also discover Jamaica. So summers, we usually utilize the summer and go different places with Altar Server camps and things like that.
And if you get us back on your program again sometime next year, I know we're not going to be telling you that we will. We're going to tell you that we did.
Yes.
It's things in progress.
Yeah.
And now we are moving one way, and we continue to move upward always. So to your listeners who are listening now, they might think that we're just planning to do these things and never get them off the ground. But we are halfway off the ground. And we are moving up. And I have the leaders here. I have Earl, I have Carol, I have Marriott, we have Blake, and all those people to help us move up.
Felton.
Yes.
I know you, and when you say you're going to do this, you get it done. So,
we have the great Sydney. The great Sydney is here with us now.
Oh, Sydney Smith?
Right.
Yeah, I know you're not a
Sydney's on. No, he's not on the program, but he's one instructor.
But Francis, on the first program towards St. Anne's on Tuesday, I was telling them about Sydney Smith serving on the altar in the morning.
Yeah.
And I tell you, Sydney is like the same way. Not serving now anyway, but if you call him,
he's there.
He's there to help us with the trumpet and so forth.
Yeah, Sydney.
And you also mentioned Senio, remember?
And Senio, yeah.
Yeah, well, Senio passed away 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks?
3 weeks ago.
Whoa.
3 weeks or 3 years?
3 weeks. He just passed away.
Him just passed away? Man.
Yeah.
Wow, what he had?
But as you mentioned, the dynamic experience, the band, I want to include reggae nostalgia. Because we want to keep the link.
Yeah, man, we're going to keep the link. Let me see if I can bring in my partner now because he's been in Anatomy all morning. I think he's heading home. Flavius?
Yeah, man.
I know you've been listening, right?
Yeah, man.
Discovering Jamaica as well. Flavius is actually my former football coach back in the days when I left Dynamic Scenes. I end up with a club I started with some friends, and our meeting place used to be Hotel Oceana. We used to meet at Hotel Oceana every first Saturday of the month, and I tried to emulate what I saw, what I learned from Dynamic Scenes. And if Earl can remember, Dynamic Scenes was the first club I know had a policy document. And I implemented that also with my club named Seneca. So we have been coming from a far away until now. Just like with you guys, we've been coming from and young lady, we've been coming from a far away. So
far away.
Yeah, so you have my support in anything right now. As I said, I thought I was coming out and you guys pulled me back in. So that's the famous saying from The Godfather. So
every time I try to get out.
So I'm gonna be working with you guys. After the program, I wanna talk to you guys after here because we're about to leave. So I'm gonna just give you guys 30 seconds each. If we wrap it up. Marriott, you go first.
We're driving a truck with wheel,
All right. What I'd say, Francis, I really admire your gesture that get the thing out there, and we really all the help that you can give us, we really appreciate it at this time. And I can say at this time, the Felton has a great dream, And we really would like that dream that Felton had to really come to reality. That's really it. So we're working on that. So I hope that when we speak the next time, Francis, we won't speak of these things. We'll speak of brand new stuff moving forward. All right, sir.
Yeah, Carol.
Okay, thank you again for having me. And I really want to say that taking away from this conversation, you mentioned about everything still being at Annie's, but we need to work on the leadership to sustain it. So we look at succession planning. And I must really also commend Felton for his selflessness along with his partner Dyer, Mr. Dyer. And we will try to work with them and support them as instructors. I will work with them and support them as best as possible to make this thing come off the way it is supposed to come off and train younger leaders for the succession planning so we can have them in place. When we decide that we don't want to be there anymore, they can be there. Thank you.
Thank you, too. Thank you. Earl.
Yeah, thank you, Francis, and Reggae Nostalgia Radio.
The Real Stuff Podcast.
Yeah, we want to thank you again. I will say we can develop a lot of things and keep it going. One person I want to mention, we remind me of is Loxley Gale. I think he was somewhere up in the States. You know that he has passed, but I want to remember him.
Loxley Gale?
Yeah,
Beanie, yeah.
Yeah, so keep up the good work.
Yeah.
Bye, make us proud.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Felton.
Yeah, Francis, to you and all the listeners, I wish good health and you guys to be safe. And I'm thankful that you give us this time on your program. And we are looking at ourselves as leaders here down here. But we also remember you, Francis. You was one of the leaders down here too. And now you're still doing your job. Everybody leading a different way, and you're leading to bring us to the world. And I thank you very much for that. You're bringing St. Anne's out there, and St. Anne's has always been a good parish and a good place for people to start. I remember we have in my time, we have about 8 doctors coming from St. Anne's School. And people say, what? And I say, yes, we have a lot of doctors, we have politicians, we have all the people coming out of St. Anne's.
Right here.
Right in St. Anne's. And I'm glad. And you, doctors, we have radio announcers, we have Carol Tucker in New York, we have you, Francis, in Miami, and we have George Taylor in Jamaica. And this is out of St. Anne's, and I'm glad for that. And they say, can anything good come from Jerusalem? Oh, yes. Jesus came from Jerusalem. Can anything good come from Western Kingston? Yes, a lot. And we have to work on it. And thank you very much for this in your program.
Every time. We're going to work together. St. Anne's for life.
Definitely. Thank you very much.
Yeah. For all my listeners, don't leave. I want you guys to stay with me, okay? So okay. I want to talk to you after a year. For all my listeners, we want to tell you, we want to thank all of you for staying with us from Monday to Friday. And as always, we want you to exercise the big D, discipline, as my partner Flavius would say. Make sure you exercise discipline, wear your mask, and exercise social distancing as well. And as always, let me give thanks to all those in the chat room, like man like Earl, Daniel, that's old George, good old George in Montreal. Thank you for taking time out and for being here with us as well. And for those who didn't participate in the chat room but listening to us, whether you're from St. Anne's Parish Church or West Kingston, we thank you. You hear Felton, Earl, Marriott, and Carol telling you what they're doing in the parish community. And if you have any donation, whether it's be an instrument or cash, whatever, remember, you can send it to, if it's an instrument, you can send it to Food for the Poor, which is at 6401 Lions Road, Coconut Creek. The zip code is 33073. And you address it to Felton, care of St. Annie's Church. So it's time for me to leave, and Tafina is going to take us out.
Well, unfortunately, this is it. Till next time. Bless.
See you on Monday when we do it all over again.
All you gotta do is just speak. One word is enough, and I'm no longer so rough. I forget what I was trying to say. I no longer do what I was gonna do, but you're no good for me. That's why me know what set me if it could flee. Me I fi take away me say. Me I fi take away me say. Me I fi hide like a thief in the night. Me I fi get out the side. Me I fi take away myself. I fi take away myself. I have to utilize I wings. Shorty I clean her eyes. I said, yeah. I find you very hard to resist. But this relationship I'm gonna desist. But how can I face you when all I wanna do is just taste you? I know you think I play me, I play you, but soon you're gonna see the light of day. Just relax, don't move an inch. I'll be gone in a pinch. May I feel take away myself. May I feel take away myself. May I feel hide like a thief in the night. May I forget all the side. May I feel take away myself. Take away myself. I have to utilize I wings. Shorty, I a clean pair of heels. I say, been there, done that, don't need it again, yeah. I'm not the master, guess who won't play your game, yeah. To all you move, you off me way to the core. Sayonara, the hot girl gone through the door. Take away ourselves. Ah, Stand up, good body, girl, let me take me ourselves. Take me ourselves. That good body, girl, let me take me
Well, unfortunately, this is it. Till next time. Bless.